Good morning, Zio here. And today we're talking about Star Wars and Lucasfilms games. Yeah, and EA. Anyway, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? But yeah, Lucasfilm Games and EA. It seems to be more, I guess, an official thing. As of right now, EA currently holds the exclusive rights to do Star Wars, and we've seen how that pans out, right? For the most part, not so well. And then they have that one shining diamond in the rough that actually is pretty good. What was it? Jedi Fallen Knight? Gosh, wow. Anyway, there we go. Jedi Fallen Order. That's what it was. that one that everybody really liked that had that sort of more dark Souls element to it and all this other stuff because they finally did it right. Wasn't full of monetization. Meanwhile, things like Battlefront 2 was designed all around monetization and how they could actually monetize this thing to the fullest extent. Thanks, EA. Anyway, people have been asking for EA to lose the license for quite some time, especially during that Battlefront thing. There was plenty of calls for EA needs to no longer be in control of Star Wars. This is how they're going to handle the property and all that good stuff. I also talked about it at several times. But apparently Lucasfilm Games is now the official banner for all Star Wars games going forward. And there have been some nice little things dropped to let us know that, yeah, in fact, EA is no longer going to be holding the sole rights to doing Star Wars games, as we've got this here, which is apparently, a teaser from Bethesda for an Indiana Jones game. Cool. That's kind of like what everybody likes about Uncharted is it's, Indiana Jones, or as closest to an Indiana Jones game that you can get without actually being Indiana Jones, because, Disney and all that other good stuff. But it looks like they're finally expanding their realm and doing stuff. So Bethesda's going to handle that. We'll see how that goes in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. And then you have Ubisoft over here talking about how they're excited we are working with Lucasfilm Games to develop a brand new story-driven open-world Star Wars adventure. Anyway, my excitement, can you tell? Anyway, that just sounds like that would be a lot of fun. I would love to do something like Skyrim or Fallout or anything else, those open world RPG style games with Star Wars. That might be really interesting to do. We kind of got something similar to that already in an MMO, but this would be interesting. That was also announced. So, the fact that they are working with multiple different people, it's kind of putting nails in the coffin to EA's thing. And of course, you got Lucasfilm there. Anyway, my real big question though is what's going to happen to this? Like seriously, I'm going to be sad if the servers get taken offline. I do like Star Wars: The Old Republic. I was thinking of doing sort of like a 2021 kind of review for this game. Is it worth it? Should you go play it and all this other stuff, and just sort of go and take a look at it, because I've watched this game evolve over the years. It's not something I completely actively play. I don't know all the systems like the back of my hand, like I would say WoW or anything. But I remember when this game launched, and I was on the ground when it launched, seeing what it did and where it has become. The same way with Star Trek Online, which I think has finally received its last update, and it's just a matter of time before it gets taken down at this point, if it's not already, because I haven't checked on it in months. But anyway, yeah, this is my question, is what is actually going to happen to Star Wars: The Old Republic, because this was developed by BioWare Electronic Arts, and I don't know. See, with say Elder Scrolls Online, that was developed with ZeniMax, which is the parent company in conjunction with whoever that I can't remember off the top of my head. But as long as ZeniMax is around, and since Bethesda is under them, they're Bethesda's parent company. Gosh, wow. Anyway, I can't think suddenly. I need more calf in my giant cup. As long as ZeniMax and Bethesda are both around, or as long as ZeniMax is around, I'd say, that game that I can't remember, the Elder Scrolls Online, oh my gosh. Elder Scrolls Online is going to be around for quite some time. Just like as long as Blizzard's around, there's always going to be World of Warcraft. But some of these other games, like Star Trek Online, Star Wars The Old Republic, when the IP gets handed off to somebody else because they're not the ones who created the IP, or own the IP directly, there's always the chance that it could go away, which is going to be sad because I do love this game quite often, a lot. I think it is a fantastic game. It is free to play, and it has other, and you can subscribe to it and all this other stuff. And like I said, I want to do a review and sort of a deeper dive into it, to all the different little, mechanics of how things are monetized and stuff. But yeah, in 2023, we could quite possibly see the server shut down if they don't hand it off to somebody or just allow them to continue running it. And, the biggest thing that's going to really put the nail in the coffin of that game is probably going to be its population numbers and its popularity. Right now, according to MMO populations, which isn't like 100%, considering a lot of these games don't actually tell us their populations anymore like they used to. At one point in time, WoW would boast, they had over 1 million players, and what the exact numbers were until after Wrath of the Lich King, and then they stopped really posting those numbers. But if you can go ahead and detail how many people are logging in throughout the year and all this other stuff, and get a good account, you get a good feel for what actual are active accounts and what are not, because you could probably look at Destiny 2 and just look at how many accounts were made and go, oh, well, there's over 1 million players here. But the question is, are they actually active, right? But if we look at this, we're looking at the top 8 right now, and Star Wars doesn't even top that list. It is in the top 10, I believe. But yeah, you've got World of Warcraft, Destiny, Old School, RuneScape, World of Warcraft Classic, which brought in a lot of players back. So, that number and that number, this number kind of goes into that number because you have to have Warcraft subscription to access that. But those are people who are actively playing Classic, essentially, which is a lot higher than I was thinking because, gosh, I can't remember who I was talking to at one point, but, there was estimating that Warcraft Classic was just sort of losing its thing. They were talking about it, how, Classic just, everybody got in there, then they're like, no, back out to retail. I was like, no. There was, like, thousands of people who wanted Classic, who were playing on things like Nostalgia. Gosh, I can't. Anyway, this the more popular private server that they shut down, a lot of other people were playing on private servers who came back to retail just so they can play Classic, and they're still there. They're still enjoying the game, as far as I'm aware. So this doom and gloom that Classic was a failed experiment, I don't get where people get that from. Anyway, you got Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn, which is still massive. It is one of the top 3s, along with Old School RuneScape. Or in my opinion, it's top 3. I'm not exactly sure why this list is listed like that. It should be listed by population numbers. But anyway, you've got the Elder Scrolls Online and Roblox. Elite Dangerous, never heard of it. Guild Wars 2, RuneScape. Okay, maybe it's not in the top 10. It's down here on 13 with about 330,000 players. So yeah, I just don't see Star Wars really going too far. I really don't know what to think about it. I don't want it to go offline. I would like to see more from it. I think it's a fantastic game. But anyway, so this video is all about saying, hey, EA is losing control of Star Wars. It is going out to other companies now. And we are ending with like 5 minutes of rambling on about Star Wars The Old Republic, because I love that game. Even if I don't play it constantly, maybe I'm part of the problem then. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.